Yvonne here again. Welcome to my Pilates session today. I'm delighted that you could join me. Hopefully you've had a chance to do some of the other classes at this stage in the pre-recorded sessions. So in those sessions we'll have begun some of the exercises that we'll add a little bit more onto today. So if you haven't done those yet, it's probably a good idea to go back and to look at some of the previous recordings that we've done to this one. And then today, of course, as at every session, we'll introduce some newer exercises again to build your repertoire of exercises as the weeks go on. So as with every session that we do, please make sure that you have your doctor's clearance, especially if you're carrying any injuries or health conditions, and at all times do listen to their advice, please. So with that in mind, we'll get ready to get started. As always, you don't need too much. Just have some water to hand, have a nice supportive mat, or at least put your mat maybe on a nice soft carpeted area. At times you might prefer to have a little towel or a cushion or maybe a yoga block underneath you like I am when I'm sitting, or to pop underneath your head. So again, you can have that to hand if that is your preference. So we'll start with a little pre-stretch warm-up as always. We'll do our main exercise session and then we'll finish with a little stretch at the end. So I do hope you enjoy the workout. Let's get started. So today we're going to do our breathing at the start. We always start with breathing to get a lot of oxygen into the system and just give the lungs a chance just to open up and just get everything to settle down. We've done this lying in the past. Today we're going to do it seated on your mat. So you can use your preference. If your preference is you prefer to lie down, then certainly choose that one. So when you're doing this seated, all you're literally doing is just leaning across the legs and just taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. So as you're breathing in and out, just go at your own pace. Just really feel the lungs starting to open up, the ribs starting to open up at the back. Maybe try and attach a colour to your breath. So if you can imagine that breath coming in through your nose, filling down into the lower part of the ribs, and then blow it back out to the mouth. Sinking down just a little bit more each time. 2 more. Big deep breath in. Breathe it out. 1 more time. Big deep breath in. And breathe it out. Now when you're ready, just take your time and you're going to sit up just nice and slowly, always lifting the head nice and slowly when the head has been down low. So the next exercise we're going to do, we're going to stay with this seated position and we're going to do an arm exercise, arm scissors to warm up the shoulders. So again, if you're happier to have something underneath you just to prop you up a little bit, go ahead and pop that underneath you. Just if you feel tight through the hips. You don't have to sit with the legs crossed. If you're more comfortable, have the legs out straight or a little bend in the knees, that's totally fine as well. Just pick what works for you so you can really concentrate on the upper body. So sitting nice and tall, getting the ribs over the hips, and we're going to reach the arms up. So then it's just 1 arm up, 1 arm down, and we're just going to swap. So each time, just reaching that little bit taller for the ceiling. Just getting the shoulder joints mobilized, lots of nice fluid in around that joint. We can add some breathing blowout as the arms pass each other by. We've also done this lying on the floor in the past workouts. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, and bring the arms down. Just give the shoulders a little roll just to relax any tension out of there. Okay, next we're going to look at shoulder blades. So I'm just going to turn to the side to show you what this looks like. Again, you can have your little support under you if you wish. You don't need it if you can sit quite comfortably and nice and tall without it. So what we're doing from here is I want you to concentrate on the shoulder blades themselves. So each workout we get a little bit more specific about what we're concentrating on. So we're going to take the arms out in front. Now if you imagine somebody in front of you and they're pulling your arms forward, but we're not dropping forward with the body. Stay nice and tall, you're just reaching forward as far as you can and then come back. So we're stretching all around the shoulder blades. So as you reach forward, you should feel the upper back starting to round a little bit and bring it back. 2 more. So something to watch out for is as you go forward, make sure you're not lifting the shoulders. Try and stay nice and tall with the shoulders down away from your ears. 1 more time. We're going wide, reaching in front, not falling forward, and bring it back. Relax the shoulders. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going back the opposite direction. So for this one, you're drawing your shoulder blades together across your back and reach forward. So as you bring the shoulder blades together, you don't need to bring the arms out wide. Keep the arms where they are. Think about almost catching a pencil between your shoulder blades. 2 more. Let's blow out as we draw back. Drawing the shoulder blades together. If you think about your shoulder blades, almost like a set of blinds, a set of curtains, drawing them together. 1 more. Staying nice and tall and bringing it back and relax. Relax the shoulders from there. Okay, so for the next couple of exercises, we're going to come to a kneeling position. So the first one we're doing is threading the needle. So you're going to be in an all fours position like this. Now, if you do find this hard on your wrists, you can always use your towel, pop it underneath, and lift the heels of the hands off the ground. So in this one, you're starting with your eye line, looking down just between your hands. Now I'm going to show you this from the front as we go as well. So to do this, we're going to take one arm out in line with the shoulder. You can look at that hand. Then you're going to thread it underneath in this gap between your hand and your knee, and just let the head go down just as far as you can. Just be very careful if you have blood pressure issues or anything else about how far down you go with this one. Now we're going to hold it here. We're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. Now on the inhale, we're going to draw that arm back out to the side. We're going to place it back down. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Now I'm going to just turn front to show you from here. So using the opposite arm this time, you're going to take that arm out to the side. Just look down at your mat. Now follow that hand through in that gap between your hand and your knee, and you're going to go as low as you can, just aiming the head towards the floor. If that's halfway, that's perfect. If you go a little bit more, great. We're going to hold it there. You're going to inhale and exhale. Now on the inhale, pull that arm out to the side, place it back down. We have 2 more to go. Starting side again. Inhale, take the arm out. Blow out, slide it under. So keep the hand on the floor and walk the hand out. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, pull that arm out to the side, place it back down. 1 more to go. Opposite side again. Inhale, take the arm out, breathe out, slide it under. So watching the hand the whole time. We're going to hold it here. Inhale and exhale, sinking to the floor. Now on the inhale, draw that arm back out to the side and place it back down on the mat. Now at this stage, if you need to give a break for the wrist, just give the wrist a little break. Or if you're finding this hard on the knees, you can always put a little bit more cushioning underneath the knees. So finishing our warm-up sequence with cat stretch. So with cat stretch, 2 movements. The first one, we're up in this arch shape where the head is tucked in, tailbone is tucked in under. If you imagine almost somebody is picking you up by the middle of your shirt. And the opposite to that, the tummy's coming down towards the floor, the head is up and the tailbone is up. We're making a soft U shape here, and everybody's shape here will be a little bit different. But just don't over exaggerate it or you're going to pinch these vertebrae too much. So we go back to the first one. So again, imagine somebody picking you up by the middle of your t-shirt. You're almost folding in 2. Head is down, tailbone tucked in under. Inhale to stay. As you breathe out, tummy comes towards the floor, the tailbone is up, head is up. Inhale to stay. 1 more of each. As we blow out, changing position again, lifting your spine, head is down, tailbone tucked in under. Inhale to stay. Last one. As you blow out, tummy comes towards the floor, head is up, tailbone is up. Hold it now, inhale, and then breathe out, just relax that U shape a little bit more. So dropping back from here into your nice little shell. Now if you've done the workouts in the previous weeks, you'll know you can always do this face up, lying down on the mat, tucking your knees into your chest. So either is fine. So 2 breaths, inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, letting the spine just curl forward, and exhale. Now on the next inhale, nice and slowly, just very gradually starting to sit back towards the heels, sitting the weight towards the tailbone and uncurling the spine. Always very, very slow if you're picking the head up from that position. So that's the end of our first sequence, our little mobility work at the start. So that's going to bring us on to the workout proper. So as always, the starting point and starting exercises are the same, because we gradually build up the mobility through the spine and the warm up through the spine as we go. So nice and slowly working your way down onto the mat. Again, you can choose to have nothing under the head once you're not feeling any strain here. If the head is dropping back a lot, just pop your pillow, your cushion, your towel, or a little yoga block underneath the head then from there. Okay, so starting off with our ab prep. So again, if you've done the previous workouts, we've done plenty of these. So head position, very important at the start, drawing that chin down. Feel the stretch now along the back of the neck here. Hold almost like the shape of an orange underneath your chin. So remember, it's all about the ribs. Ribs are pulling you forward. Nice long arms as you come up, eyes above the knees. Hold at the top. Big deep breath in, and then we're going to blow it out and bring it back down. Every time, just letting the shoulders and the chest open. Inhale to draw that chin down. Breathe out, driving those ribs towards the hips. So hands in line with the shoulders. Big deep breath in, eyes above the knees. Breathe out, bring it back down. One more like this. Inhale, so head nod or drawing that chin down. Breathe it out. Hold at the top. Inhale, eyes above the knees, and then breathe out and roll it back down. So next layer up, optional progression. So again, we'll say it every workout, if you don't feel like adding on the progressions or you're just getting started, at this point, either repeat a few more of what we just did or just take a break if you feel you need to take a break and join back in. So this is level 2. So level 2, hands are behind the head, fingers are spread out. Importantly, supporting the head, the work is here, not on pushing the head. So inhale to drop that chin down. Breathe out, ribs are taking us forward, eyes above the knees. So my head is actually relaxed into my hands here. I'm going to hold for a breath and then roll it back down. We're going to do 2 more like that. So a little bit more of a challenge now with the weight going forward. Inhale to draw that chin down. Breathe out, ribs are pulling us forward towards our hips. Hold at the top, inhale. Exhale to bring it down. Now as you come up, try and keep the weight down low on your tailbone. So don't let the hips twist to meet you. Inhale to draw that chin down. Blow out, driving those ribs forward. Hold at the top, inhale. Exhale and bring it back down. So the last layer we're going to add on here, when we're at the top this time, we're going to try and just go a little bit further and back off a little bit, and we're going to do that 3 times. But what's important is that you're not bouncing through this. It's slide forward, slide back. Again, this is the hardest of the 3 exercises in this little sequence. Inhale to nod the head, breathe out, and forward we go. So important, chin is down, eyes above the knees. Now you may decide to go back to the floor at this point. If you're continuing on, take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, the ribs are going forward a little bit more. We're not pushing on the head, back off a little bit. Blow out, ribs go forward, back off a little bit. 1 more. Blow out, ribs go forward. Now we're going to stay there. Take a big deep breath in. Breathe out and roll it back down. All the time the head and neck are supported, we're not pushing on them. 1 more time. Inhale to nod the head. Breathe out, drive those ribs forward. Now stay at the top, take an inhale to get ready. We're going to blow out, ribs go forward, back a fraction, hold. You might find you shaking at this stage, that's okay. Breathe out, go forward, back a fraction, hold. 1 more time. blow out, ribs going forward, we're not bouncing. Hold at the top, inhale, and then breathe out and roll it all the way back down. So all working the core and the spine forward. So to balance out that exercise, as we do every week, we're going to add on our breaststroke preps. Again, 3 different versions, 1, 2, and 3, getting more difficult as we go. So level 1, we're bringing the hands into this W position at the front of your mat. From here, starting to really think a little bit more now about what we're doing with the body itself. So we're going to drop the shoulder blades down into the back pocket so the shoulders are away from the ears. Squeezing your bum and drawing up away from the mat, chin tucked in. Inhale at the top and then bring it back down. So again, remember you should only feel this in the upper to mid back. If it's pinching your lower back, you're coming up too high. So as we inhale, shoulder blades down into the back pocket, squeeze the bum. Blow it out, draw up and back, shoulders stay down. Inhale, eyes on the mat, and breathe out to bring it back down. So you can continue with those or take a break if you're not moving to level 2. If you're moving to 2, you're going to bring your hands down by your sides, let the shoulders roll forward, open up the back. So as we inhale, like we did in the warm-up, you're going to draw those shoulder blades together. We're going to turn the palms in. So just getting a little bit more specific now. So as we blow out, squeezing your bum, lifting to this low hover, hands off, reaching for the toes. So big deep breath in, you're going to look down at your mat and then bring it back down, roll those shoulders forward. So all the time the feet stay on the floor. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, the palms turn in. As you blow out, low hover, hands in line with the sides, reaching for the toes. Big deep breath in, chins tucked in, breathe out, bring it back down and roll the shoulders forward. So that brings us to prep 3. So this is the most challenging of all of these. So again, if you have lower back issues, be very careful about doing these or stick with the first 2 levels. So forward stays resting on the hands the whole way through. So we're going to inhale to get ready. As we blow out, you're going to squeeze your bum first and then lift up. We're going to hold inhale and then bring it back down. 2 more like that. Inhale to get ready. As you blow out, squeeze your bum. So make sure your hands stay in contact with your head the whole way through. Big deep breath in. Bring it back down. 1 more time. Feet on the floor throughout. Inhale. You're going to breathe out and lift. That's it. Hold it now. Inhale and exhale to bring it back down. Now bringing your hands back to prep 1. If you can from here, pushing back to shell. Otherwise just turn onto your side and take your time coming up. Again, remember you have the option to do your shell stretch face up with your knees hugged to the chest. So either way, you're going to stay where you are for 2 breaths, letting the spine curl forward. So just gives you a break from the previous position where you were bringing the spine back. We're going to inhale and exhale. 1 more time, inhale and exhale. Now on the inhale, starting to sit back towards those heels, nice and gradually lifting up the head last. Well done. So that brings us back down onto our mat, and we added this exercise in our last workout, and this is our modified roll-up. So just an extended version of our ab prep. So for this one, it's important to get the feet further away from you, and over the weeks we'll introduce another layer on top of this one. So this exercise is done with the arms back. So being a little bit more specific today, we're making sure that we're not popping the ribs up off the mat. Make sure your ribs are pressed onto the mat and ribs together in front. If that's happening, you don't have to have your arms all the way back. Just lift them up off the ground a little bit. So from here, we're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling, up over the chest. 1. For 2, chin is down and we're driving the ribs forward. So it's like your ab prep, but the arms are out. Everybody's going to hold it there now for this time. Inhale, and then we're going to bring it back. Now we'll add an option onto that one the next time. So inhale, float those arms up, ribs pressed onto the mat.
We're going to breathe out, take the arms forward. Now at this point, if you want to add more challenge, you can bring the arms up by the ears, but make sure that you still keep those eyes forward. The head doesn't drop, and roll it back down. If you prefer not to add that, just keep the hands towards the knees. Inhale, float the arms up. Breathe it out, ribs forward. Chin is down towards the chest. Option to bring the arms towards the ears, or you can hold them towards the knees and roll back down. One more time. Inhale to float those arms up. Breathe it out. Arms up by the ears, option to make it more of a challenge, and roll it back down then from there. Nice long arms. So we're going to bring the feet back in, and we're going to go to 100 next. So again, we introduced this in our last workout. So with 100, it's done with a pulsing action with the arms. So remember with this one, we want to work from the shoulder, keeping the arms straight, so no floppy wrists, and that means that we get working down here along the back. 3 options today, so we did 2 of these in the last workout. So the beginner's level in this, every level is done in ab prep like so. So this is the beginner's level. Here, feet stay on the floor. We're breathing in for 5, we're blowing out for 5. That's our 10, and we're doing that 10 times. In any of the levels, if it gets too much on the head or neck, feel free to just pop the hand behind the head to support it, and you can swap that over as you go to give both arms some work. If you want to add level 2, you'll be taking your legs off the floor into tabletop position. In tabletop, knees are over hips. Important that we're not arching the back here, so the legs cannot pull forward or drop. So this is level 2. So I'm showing you these because once we go, you'll need to pick your level and we'll go together. Level 3 is new for today. If you want to try level 3, you're extending the legs. Now the straighter you go and the lower you go with those legs, the harder this is. But what's really important is that you don't drop back as you go. You must keep those ribs forward all the time, no matter which version you're doing. It's much harder on you actually if you're starting to come back towards the floor with your upper body. So I would say ribs forward, and that means you need to move your ribs towards your hips. So I want you to choose your level. 1 foot on the floor, 2 legs in tabletop, 3 legs extended. All of them you're going to be up into ab prep. If you find that too hard, by all means, come back down and just concentrate on the arm movements for today. Okay, so I'm going to start into level 2 and I'm going to cycle between 3 and 1 just so you can get a reminder as we go. So everybody's going to nod their head, everybody's going to drive those ribs forward and come up. This is level 2. Remember, you can extend the legs to make it harder, drop the legs to make it easier. So let's go, guys. We're going to breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, blow out. 2, 3, 4, 10. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 20. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay forward. 2, 3, 4, 30. This is harder. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 40. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 50. Make it easier if you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 60. Feet down if you need to. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 70. Ribs forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 80. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4. Last 10. Hang in. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4. Now everybody hold it there. Bend your knees if you have your legs extended. Heads down and bring those legs down. Fantastic work, guys. Stretch out those legs, stretch out those arms, and take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Super job, well done. So those are tough. So that brings us on. We're going to add 2 exercises together today, so it's a step up from what we've done before. So up until now we've done them separately, and I'll just remind you of what they are. So we have done single leg stretch. This is your single leg stretch. You're in ab prep, reaching one leg out, drawing the other leg in. Remember, the easier version of that is to keep the head down and to do your leg slides instead. So feel free to change it out if you need to. And then your obliques, hands are behind the head, and we are cycling one shoulder towards the opposite knee and swap. and swap. Bring it in and bring it down. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do one directly after the other. At any stage, if you need to take the easier option, please do. Or if you just need to take a complete break, do that. Or you can just pause the DVD or the video and you can just do them as two separate exercises, and that's fine too. Okay, so let's try and do single leg stretch leading straight into oblique twist. So the full version, you're going to bring the legs up to tabletop. From here, we're going to drive the ribs forward, chin is down into ab prep, hands placed on the left leg. So just placed, we're not pulling, opposite leg out. Eyes on the leg that's reaching away, and then we're just going to swap and swap. So no rolling with the upper body. We're all about from the hips down. So every time the legs swap over, we're going to blow out. Blow out. Eyes on the leg that's reaching away for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the feet in, hands behind the head. So lifting the shoulders towards the opposite knee, other leg is out straight, and we're going to rotate, rotate. Now, if this is too much, you can drop your feet to the floor and keep the upper body twist, shoulder towards hip. We're going to do 4 more, guys. Eyes to the outside of the knee. And 3, blow out 2, blow out 1. Bring those 2 knees in, heads down, and bring the legs down. So again, just take a little stretch out of that. And we're going to hold that for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're sticking with core. We're going to double leg stretch. So we had a look at this in our last workout as well. So double leg stretch, you have a couple of options here. So for double leg stretch, I'm going to show you the full exercise and then how to step that back. In the full exercise, we're going to be in ab prep. Your hands are at your calves. So the full exercise, as the arms go back, the legs go out, we bring it together. What's important here is the head doesn't drop back. If you want to make that easier, leave out the legs, just do the arms. Your core is still working to have your legs supported where they are. Or if you want to drop right back on that one, just stick with the feet on the floor and just do the upper body part, arms only. So this is level 1, okay? So lots of options there. If you need to make that a little bit easier, just listen to your body. So bringing the legs to tabletop, if you're happy to start with the legs off the floor, we're going to draw that chin down, take those ribs forward, hands at the calves, okay? So for the full version, as the legs go out, the arms go back, head stays up, circle the arms around, back to the legs. So we're going to blow out as the arms go out, the legs go out, bring it back, inhale, blow out. So remember, you can leave out the legs and just do the arms if you prefer, or you can drop the feet right down to the floor. Blow it out. Bring it back. 2 more. Long arms, long legs. Again, the lower you go with the legs, the harder this is going to be. 1 more. Bring it back. Hold. Bring the head down. Bring the legs down. So our new exercise for today, we're going to add in scissors. So scissors looks like this. It's done again with the legs starting in tabletop. We draw the chin down, up again into ab prep. So bringing the legs up as straight as you can, really starting to stretch those hamstrings. We're going to reach up along one leg as high as you can. Bring the other leg towards the floor. Now the lower you go, the harder it is. So you can make that shorter if you need to. And then we swing from the hips. So we're taking the bend out of the knees this time. Bring that leg up, bend the knees, and down you come. So to make it easier, just bend the knees. Don't have the legs as straight, and don't bring the legs as far apart. And harder then, legs go a little bit lower and separate more. So let's give that a go. One leg up, other leg up. Again in tabletop, making sure we're not arching the lower back. Draw the chin down. This is why we do so much ab prep. It's the basis of a lot of exercises. Draw the ribs forward, extend the legs up as straight as you can. Reach up along that leg as high as you can, so you can lift up into this a little bit. Pointing the toes, bring one leg away, and then we swing from the hips. So scissors, think about the arms of the scissors, drawing that leg in. So unlike your single leg stretch, you can draw that leg towards you using the hands. draw it in. Now we're going to blow out each time the legs swap over, watching the leg that's reaching away. Blow out 4, blow out 3, and 2, and 1. Bring the 2 legs up, bend the knees, head down, and bring the legs down. Super job. So very intense exercise. Take a nice little stretch again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to bend the knees. Take your time. We're going to turn you onto your side and a change of direction. Let's bring you up to seated this time. So if you do have a towel or a cushion or anything else handy, for this one, you can pop this between the knees. We're going to do obliques roll back. So we have done this one in some of our previous workouts, so we'll revisit it today. So in obliques roll back, we're starting with the arms out in front. Press those knees together so the inner thighs are getting some work. We're going to roll back, hold it there. So your feet should still be on the ground. We're going to sweep one arm back. Look at that hand, bring it forward, sit up nice and tall. Same thing on the other side. So we're rolling from the hips, from the pelvis, nice soft curve on the spine. Sweep the arm back, sweep it forward, up nice and tall. So as we roll back, we want this nice soft C shape on the spine. We don't want to be flat. Sweep back, sweep forward. So that little sweep back is getting the body to turn. So we're working the obliques, working along the waist for this one. 2 more. Roll it back, sweep back and forward. So just make sure you're not holding the breath for any of these. Rolling away from the legs. Last one. Sweep back and forward and up nice and tall. Give the shoulders a little roll. So next exercise is new today. We're doing obliques roll back. So it's kind of building onto the exercise that we just did. So with this exercise, we're going to leave that little padding if you have it between the knees. If not, just keep the knees together. So the start for this exercise, I'll show you the first one. We do it with the hands at the forward, just placed in front of the forward, one on top of the other. So we roll back. So this is harder now because we're going to stay here for a breath. Normally we don't wait as long here. Then we're going to come forward. Now you're really trying to rest over the knees or as far as you can get. And then imagine you're sitting against a wall. We're going to stack the vertebrae one on top of the other. So we're coming up nice and straight against that wall before rolling back again into that nice curve. Holding. Now if this is too hard here to hold, you can reach your arms out in front at this point and that's fine. We're going to take it forward and lift up nice and tall. So if you haven't joined in already, let's do a set of those together. So arms out in front and then bring them onto the forward. So it's inhale to get ready. We're going to blow out to roll back. Remember that nice curve, as if somebody's poking you in the belly button. Hold it there now. Inhale to stay. Breathe out, forward over the legs. And lift, lift, lift. Sit against that wall nice and tall. Blow it out, soften the spine. Remember, you can reach if you need to here. Hold it, inhale, elbows wide. Forward over those legs. Lift it up nice and tall. 2 more, blow it out. Keep that nice curve. Hold it, elbows wide. Forward over the legs. Lift it up nice and tall. 1 more, blow it out. Hold that curve. Inhale. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale. Lift it up nice and tall. And relax. And just drop the shoulders down away from the ears from here. Well done. Super work. Okay. So we're going to bring you back onto your side and we're going to revisit our side leg work. So we've 1 more layer to add on here today. We've done the other ones in the previous 2 workouts. So we're coming into a nice straight line. So if you can, try and keep the head down. But if, like me, you have a gap between your ear and your arm, either support it with the arm just bent like so, or if you have your cushion or your towel, you can pop it between your ear and your arm. The objective is to get the spine in a nice straight alignment as opposed to up like this for this particular exercise. So we're stacking the hips one on top of the other. Remember, if you have your hand on your floor, this is going to be easier. If you want to add more challenge, bring the hand on top of the hip or reach the arm up into the air as we go along, okay? So part one, we're going to point the foot, bring it up, toes to the shins, press it down. So it's point. Inhale on the way up, toes to the shins, press down, and point, and lift. Toes to the shins, press down. 2 more, point. Inhale on the way up. You don't need to go too high. Bring it down. 1 more now. We're going to hold at the top. Stay there, and we're going to circle from the hips. So keep the ankle steady. Take it around in a nice circle. Imagine your leg is like a pencil. Hold it, and we're going to reverse that back. So working through mobility in the hip joint. 4, 3. You don't need to make the circle too big. 2, 1. Bring it down. You can take the tension out for a second. So adding on our third layer, we did this one in the last workout. So for this one, you're going to bring that top leg up, hold it there, then bring the bottom leg to meet it. So it's important that you get the heels together. We don't have this. Heels together, and bring that leg back down. Same thing again. Inhale, top leg up. Breathe out, bottom leg. So if you do that blowout, that will help you to lift that bottom leg. Bring it back down. 2 more. Remember, you can take the hand up here if you want more challenge. Top leg up. Blow it out. Bring it back down. Try and hold everything nice and steady. Top leg up. Blow out, bottom leg to meet it, and bring it back down. So the new layer today is we're going to lift the 2 legs together. So imagine that they're tied together. So you're going to bring the 2 legs at the same time and bring them back down. Now, a handy thing to think of here is instead of thinking pushing the feet off the floor, think about drawing your hip towards your ribs. So it's inhale to get ready, blow out, bring your hip towards your rib cage, bring it back down. 2 more. So you're closing that gap between the hips and the ribs. Bring it down. So you can go a little bit higher. 1 more. Blow it out. Bring it back down. Bring the knees out in front. So lots of work here on the core as well as working through the leg. So you can either turn over, if you want to stay facing your screen, just do like me, swap ends. So we're coming again to a nice long straight line. Support the head. And stacking the hips one on top of the other, so we're not rolled over or rolled back at the start of the exercise. Again, option with the hand here, here harder, and there's the most challenging position. So top leg, point and lift, toes to the shins, press down, and point and lift, toes to the shins, press down. 3 more, point, inhale on the way up, toes to the shins, press it down. 2 more now. Point and lift, toes to the shins. 1 more time, we're going to point, now we're going to hold. So just soften that point just a little bit, circling for 5, 4, keep the upper body still, 3, 2, and 1, reverse that back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring that leg down, just take the tension out, bend the knees for a second, legs back out straight. So number 3, bringing that top leg up, then the bottom leg to meet it, bring it down. If you've gone too high with that top leg, just come down a little bit. If you haven't gone high enough and you need more challenge, bring the top leg up a little bit more. Inhale, top leg up. Remember, the breath out here is important. Blow out. Heels together, thighs together, bring it down. 2 more. Inhale, top leg up. Blow it out. Bring it back down. 1 more time now. Top leg up. Blow it out. And bring it back down. 2 legs together now to finish on this side. So inhale to get ready. So use your breath out. Blow it out. Bring it back down. And again, try and go a little bit higher if you can each time. Bring it down. Remember, closing this gap here between the ribs and the hips. Bring it down. 1 more time. Blow it out. Bring it back down. And bend those knees out in front. Hold it there now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just very slowly taking your time, up you come. 1 more exercise before we're on to our stretch then to finish out for today. So new exercise again today, leg pull front. Now this one can be a little bit tricky to see on the screen because it's quite a small move, but that's what Pilates is. Sometimes it's subtle moves, but because we're really specific about where they're working, they work really well. So the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So again, if you need to raise the hands with your towel underneath, take the pressure off the wrists, go ahead and do that. So what's important here is the eyes stay down, looking down between the hands. You're going to curl your toes in under. So from here, as we blow out, we're using your core. So drawing up, pull the belly in and use that pull from there to just draw the knees literally an inch or two off the ground and bring them back down. Now you might find that you can't get your knees off the ground at all, and that's fine. So again, try and get that upwards pulling sensation, belly button pulling to spine. So what we don't want to do is push off the hands, or we're not pushing off the feet. So it's inhale to get ready. We're going to blow out. We're going to hold it, inhale, and exhale, bring it down. Eyes between the hands. 2 more, inhale. We're going to blow it out, small move. Draw the belly to the spine if you can. Draw the knees away from the floor. Bring it back down. One last time. Inhale to get ready. Use your breath to help you. Blow out. Pull the knees if you can, but from the core, not pushing on the hands, and bring it back down and relax. So starting now onto our cool down. You've made it this far, well done guys. So we're sitting back onto those heels into a very well deserved shell stretch, dropping the head down, and 2 nice breaths here. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Remember, you have the alternative where you can face up either. 1 more, inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, just take your time and slowly sit back towards those heels. Head comes up last, really slow. So we're going to take one leg out in front. We started with these in our cool down section the last day. So just shifting the foot slightly forward, and from here we're just going to lean forward a little bit. So your stretch is going to be on the leg that's behind the front of that hip and come up nice and tall. So just each time just trying to go a tiny little bit further and bring it up. Again, you can pad under this knee with a cushion if you need to. A little bit further and back up you come. Now you're going to take your hands on that front leg. You're going to slide it along the hip, turning your body. So I'm going to turn away from the camera here, and you can extend that back arm. Now, for anybody who wants to advance that to make more of a challenge, this is the advanced version. You can literally lift that back knee away from the ground, but that is the advanced version. If you're happier just to stick with the twist and take your time and bring it back, and you'll see that now on this side a bit clearer. So bring that leg forward. We're going to lean into it. Keep your upper body tall so you're not collapsing forward, and come back a little bit. So we're going to come forward again, blowing out, bring it back. So it's the leg that's behind. You're going to feel it on the front of that hip. Blow it out. And then we're going to bring it back. So adding that little spine twist today. So you're going to trace that hand along the leg, and you're going to reach it and look back. So again, you might find that's plenty for now. If you do want to progress that, you can lift that back heel or back knee, but you're getting a lot of balance work on that now at the same time, so you don't have to. That's the advanced option on that one. Bring it forward and relax. So we're going to take a seat for the last stretch or two of this section. Almost there, guys. Again, option, pop your towel, your cushion underneath you if that helps take the strain and the pressure out of the hips. We're going to bring one arm across the body, just come above or below the elbow. Draw that arm in towards you. You're going to feel a stretch on the back of the shoulder. Hold it there, so just don't hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm down. Same thing on the other side. Take the arm across, come above or below the elbow, and draw it towards you. Stretching along that shoulder into the triceps here at the back of the arms. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next to finish. So dropping that chin down towards the chest, should feel that stretch all the way up along the back of the neck. Looking to the front. Look across your shoulder now.
look to the front. So keep the breathing nice and relaxed. Across the other shoulder, sitting nice and tall, face the front. 2 more, ear to the shoulder, face the front. Other side, ear to the shoulder, face the front. Just as always, a couple of deep breaths to finish. So breathing in through the nose, we're going to reach up, interlock the fingers, press up, and bring it back down. 2 more. Inhale, reach up, interlock the fingers, press to the ceiling, blow it out as you come down. Last one now. Inhale, bring it up, interlock, press up, and back down we go. Give the shoulders a roll in each direction. And that's our workout for today. So thank you very much for joining me. As I said, if you haven't checked out the ones before this, do make sure and go back to do those. We will try and build on the workout each week, adding in either new layers on exercise we've already done, or otherwise adding completely new exercises. So we'll change it up each time. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and look forward to seeing you the next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.